Ever seen your star Agile team melt down the moment a new phase joins? It's not chaos, it's science. Stick around and I'll show you the playbook to turn that turbulence into takeoff. Hi, my name is Sergio and I'm a tech lead at Sony. 13 years, plenty of battle scars, and a small amount of Agile certs. Today we'll fuse Bruce Tuckman and Blanchard so you can lead any team from who are you again to high performance. So, picture this. It's 2021. I've been a tech lead for around 1 year, and my team, we were crushing it. We had 8 brilliant engineers building Android and iOS apps that talk to our company's hardware. Super custom stuff. So features were flying out, release cycles were tight, and bugs were practically non-existent. Team vibes, they were amazing. But then, it happened. One engineer moved on, and a new one joined. And almost instantly, our performance just dipped. Not a disaster, but noticeable. And it happened again and again. Every time the team composition changed, even slightly, things just slowed down. We lost a bit of that edge. Now, if you've led a team in any length of time, you've probably felt this. It's actually an expected part of team dynamics. So let's talk about why this happens, and more importantly, I will share a model, a framework really, that's been a game changer for me in navigating these exact situations. Alright, so one of the big first lessons I learned in management is that teams are not static. Obvious, right? But it's so true. They're made of people. Complex, motivated, sometimes messy, wonderful people. And every team, just like every project, has a life cycle. The real trick as a leader is figuring out at which stage your team is and then acting accordingly. Now, in the Agile world, many of you will know about Bruce Tuckman's model for team development. And it's a classic for a reason. He says that teams generally go through 5 stages. So the first one is forming. This is the honeymoon phase. Everyone's polite, figuring each other out, and learning the ropes. Think of it as the first day of school. The second one is storming. Yeah, storming. This is where the fireworks can happen, and different work styles clash, roles might be fuzzy, and maybe there's some power struggle there. The team is learning how to work together, and it can be bumpy. This is often the toughest time for us leaders. The third one, okay, deep breath. Conflict starts to resolve, people begin to appreciate each other's strengths, rules of engagement, even unspoken ones, become clear. The team starts to feel like a cohesive unit. The next one is performance. This is the dream state. The team is a well-oiled machine and hitting goals, innovating, and just keep going. They're truly working in sync, achieving high performance. Honestly, some teams never quite make it, or only hit it in flashes. And the last one is adjourning. This one is when the project ends and the team disbands. Bittersweet sometimes. Now, here's the kicker, and what I saw firsthand. If there's any significant change, a new member joins, someone leaves, even a big shift in project direction, guess what? More often than not, the team regresses. Usually, bam, back to storming. They have to readjust, renegotiate, refigure things out. This storming phase can be short or, well, not so short. It's like that one Jenga block gets pulled and the whole tower wobbles, right? So, how does knowing this helps us as leaders? This is where it gets really practical. There are 3 things. First one, identify the phase. Second, adapt your leadership style. And third, and very important, involve your team. To help with that second point, adapting our style, I lean heavily on the Situational Leadership model by Blanchard and Paul Hersey. It integrates so well with Tuckman's stages. They identify 4 leadership styles. The first one is directing. You're in the driver's seat, telling the team what to do and how to do it. This is high on directive, low on supportive behavior. The second one is coaching. Still high direction, but you're also bringing in more support. You're not just telling, you're explaining, persuading, and helping the team get it. The third one is supporting. Now you flip it. You're less about directing and more about supporting. You share decision making, you facilitate, you empower. And the final one is delegating. In here you entrust the team with the decisions and execution. This is low directive and low supportive, because They've got this. You're here to monitor progress and to provide resources, but they own it. Okay, so this is where the magic happens. We combine Tuckman stages with these situational leadership styles. When your team is forming, they need clarity and guidance. Your style? Directing. Provide clear instructions, define tasks, and set expectations. When they hit storming, and they will, this is where coaching is crucial. Guide them through conflicts, help them find common ground, and maintain that direction while they adjust. You're their guide through the turbulence. And as they move into norming, you can shift into supporting. Help them fine-tune their processes. Encourage self-management and gently remind them of the team rules they started to establish. And finally, when they enter performing, it's time for delegating. Give them high-level goals, trust them with the how, motivate them, and let them fly. Recognizing these phases in my teams and shifting my style, it made a huge difference. We navigated changes much more smoothly. But here's the pro tip, and honestly, this is the multiplier. Involve the team. Again, involve the team. I didn't just do this in a vacuum. I actually shared this framework with them. We talk about it. Hey team, feels like we might be in a bit of a storming phase with this new project scope. What do you think? And I would explain. So, you might see me being a bit more hands-on with guidance for a bit, and here's why. And you know what? It fostered so much commitment and understanding. They knew what was happening, why I was leading a certain way, and they were part of the process. No more feeling like things were just happening to them. Okay, look, in an ideal world, our teams would stay perfectly stable and focused forever, right? But we live in the real world, especially in tech. People change projects, priorities shift, new folks come in, it's normal. This framework, Tuckman plus Situational Leadership plus team involvement, has been my go-to for years and consistently delivers results. Of course, you also need to be aware of individual competency and motivation levels. That helps you fine-tune this even more. And developing that intuition to accurately spot the phases, that takes practice. Each team is unique. Some will hit performing in 6 months, others might take longer, and let's be honest, some might never quite get there consistently. But having this structured yet adaptive approach, it dramatically improves your odds of success, and just as importantly, builds more resilient and engaged teams. So, what are your big challenges when it comes to team changes and performance? And have you used models like this? I'd love to hear your experiences. Drop a comment below, let's get the discussion going. And hey, if you found this valuable, do me a favor, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Alright, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, keep leading, keep adapting, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!